Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we are going to look at the Garifuna people, especially those from Sandy Bay. We are going to give you an untold stories never seen or heard before. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon immediately. Because this episode is going to shake you. Have you ever watched that episode? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? If you notice that the persons going up against the fifth graders are banker tellers, teachers, and so forth, most of the times they are won by the fifth graders. They either spell words incorrectly or they don't remember certain things that they did when they were in the fifth grade. Growing up as a boy, we heard some allegations that some drums filled with liquid showed up on the shores of Sandy Bay. Please do not take my words out of context. These are not the words of untold stories. This is what we heard. They say that heresy don't walk in the court of law. So what I want my subscribers to do while going through this episode, and if you hear something that is not correct, please drop a comment in the comment section. So it is said that the drums came in. And there was a man on the beach that had recognized the liquid that was in the drum. But they said that there was some misjudgment because he thought that it was the special drink from Grenada called the Jack Iron. It is alleged that they took them into the village and they distributed them. And some men consumed the liquids and they were sent to Dove Cat. After the smoke had cleared, they said that the liquid was a plain fuel. So that is just number one. Number two, they said that there was a big cliff in the area of Sandy Bay, and there was a red flag. And danger was written up on the flag. But there was an individual that wasn't so good at reading. And when he saw the word, he said, danga, danga. And they said that the men fell over the cliff. You know how things go in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If something happens in Sandy Bay, by the time it gets to a place like Santurce, reaching down to Lomans, reaching down to Bayabu, reaching down to Kingston, and then to the leeward side, you'd have 20 different sides of the story. Very often, when persons wanted to insult the people from Sandy Bay, they would normally use those two things against them. But remember, I told you at Untold Stories, I would always defend the Garifuna people. You see, I was in the science class at the school. Now you understand why I'm so good with science and technology and those things. And my best friend was from Sandy Bay. And it have a lot of young ladies that was in the class, and all of them were intelligent. 80% of those ladies that was in the class from Sandy Bay went on to the college. They are now teachers, nurses, and so forth. When the insults were being dashed out on them, I could see it in their eyes that they wanted to cry. But like true Garifuna queens, they held on their crowns. So now I am going to tell you why I gave you that example of are you smarter than a fifth grader. So they said that the man saw danger and said zanga. Right now I can guarantee that 80% of the people using a cell phone have a predicative writing. That's the things that give you the correct spelling for certain words. I show you some options of the word that you want to put. Remember, it is alleged that the man made a mistake. Let's hold a resume. Even if one man made a mistake, you are gonna hold it against an entire community and believe that everybody is in the same category. No matter how intelligent someone is, There is always the possibility that they are going to use Google search engine, or they are going to jar for their dictionaries to find the spelling or the meaning of a certain words. No man in this lifetime is perfect. Even the university graduates use Google search engine. It have some men from the area of fancy that normally plans the puff puff. Go up there and see their intelligence. When those guys make their monies from selling a puff puff, they normally move out of their parents' house and they build up a nice little downstairs or something. In all fairness, there would be some men who would floss out their earnings that they made from the puff puff. So let's say like 10% of the men floss it out. But there is still another 90% of men who put it to good use. That's why I'm saying those areas should be set up like a maroon tongue in Jamaica. The indigenous people must be able to roam freely because this is their land. Just imagine, we just had emancipation, which was August 1st. And we are asking people to emancipate themselves. But we have some men growing the puff puff to make a living, to feed their families, not causing any problem. Because you don't hear about violence in places like Sandy Bay that often do not get views. In a certain part of the Garifuna community, there is extreme poverty. But there are also poor sons who made it out of poverty. They have some mansions up there as well, you know. Couple of men went to sail, couple of men became teachers, and they set up business and so on. We have seen many times that the rivers came down in a Sandy Bay. We have seen flooding, and now the volcanic eruption. You see, during the last floodings in 2013, there were some persons who did not get their house fixed. And the reasons for that is either somebody said that they didn't support the current regime, or they aren't big enough in the regime, or somebody said that they don't deserve anything. The people of OTR have a representative, that is the assistant big man. And when you have that kind of position, it means that the ball is in your court. You have authority. You have the right now to help your people. But there are persons, for example, a lady living in a shed in a Sandy Bay, that said the representative placed her there. How could that be? You see, I know the assistant big man family very well. And there's a lady that is married to his brother. And those people are so nice. They would give you anything. There is a guy walking with them. And they make sure that you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Once you are around them, nothing is too hard for them to give you. I tell you, I know them personally. I even know the assistant big man's sons. They are some youth that are really kind. So there were complaints after the flood saying certain houses were not fixed and certain persons wasn't relocated. And now we have the volcanic eruption. And every time persons would pass some bad remarks about our people from over that side. So I am appealing to the assistant big man. There are persons from your communities that you represent, reaching out to untold stories on a daily basis. They didn't get anything. They need matches. They need food and so forth. You need to step up and help them out. If my memory serves me correct, I think that the big man's sister-in-law, I think that side of her family are Seventh-day Adventists. And they are very generous. So I'm asking them to sit down and talk to the assistant big man and make sure that he does the right thing this time. I saw a video in which one of them came on a program and said that the representative before had cheated them badly. But you don't render evil for evil. What you have to do is to show them that you are different. You see, all up to this day, people still talk about that thing with Zanga Danga. So that is why I'm warning the people of Sandy Bay. The volcano erupted, and if you can relocate, relocate. If you don't want to relocate, make sure to check your house properly. And as a representative, make sure that those people of Sandy Bay and surrounding areas are well represented. And the volcano relief get to them and the monies as well. Because when the smoke is cleared, there will be persons who would say, you know what, those people in Sandy Bay got an opportunity and they didn't take it. This volcano thing is going to go on for years and years. Just like how we talk about 1979 and so on. This is a message to the assistant big man. Go to the big man and tell him that you need factories in your communities. Your people need work. Stand up for your indigenous people. Stand up for your Garifuna people. With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us. Big ups to Buck Rentals. I'm out.